Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jill Hanna. I decided to call this Jill's Journey because I want to upload videos on my extensive search for my paternal grandfather, who has been estranged from our family since about the 1960s. I've spent most of my life, I am 46 years old, wondering about him, and off and on trying to use the limited resources that I had at the time to get any information. Now with social media and everything, I think I might have a chance of finding out anything. Anybody who might have ran into him, friends of him, even if he's in a nursing home somewhere, a retirement home or anything. My main focus is here in Ontario, and also mainly Detroit, but also Michigan. This is going to be an emotional first post for me. Probably my future posts will be too. Because ever since I was a little girl, I always felt like something was missing. I had a great childhood, don't get me wrong. But I always felt like a part of me was missing. And I just I'm hoping that if I get out there, there's a possibility, anything. At this point, he would be 92 years old. He was born February 1932 in Bad Axe, Michigan. My great-grandparents are from here in Ontario. My great-grandma, born Anna Lorena Buckley. She's our family is from Listowel, Ontario. And my great-grandfather, born Samuel Charles Thomas Hanna, he went by Charles, was born in Wyerton, Ontario. But from my understanding, my grandfather and his youngest brother were both born in Bad Axe, Michigan, to have dual citizenship. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but this is my grandfather holding my dad and my aunt. His name is Raymond Charles Hanna. He married my grandmother. Her birth name was Rita Ladisor. All from Windsor. In May 1953. My dad, Raymond Patrick, he goes by Pat, was born November 54. And then my Aunt Susan was born November 55. He did have a daughter with another woman in 1959. So my aunt did pass away in 2018. I met her once when I was really, really little. Like, it's a split second memory. But due to ancestry, I have been in contact with my oldest cousin from my aunt from another woman. My grandfather, back in September 1955, was injured in a bar fight, according to the newspaper articles I have found, and he was in a coma for a little bit. And from my understanding, when he woke up from that, um, he wasn't quite the same. But this is just hearsay, so I don't know the full story. All I know is that he was in a coma in September 1955. And the last pictures that I have that are dated of him and my grandma are 1956. There's a picture. Sorry if these are bad. Please bear with me. I am very new at this. There's Christmas 95 with my grandma. I'm gonna try to find a better one. Sorry, here's a better picture of my grandpa and my grandma. Even if anybody on this that's watching these videos recognizes my grandma, that could give me stories, like any neighbors or anything. Like I am aware, like I said, that my grandfather would be 92 at this point, if he is still alive. He is the second youngest of 11 children. My great grandfather had 5 children from a previous marriage, and my great grandmother had 4 children from a previous marriage. And then there was my grandpa, and then my great uncle. At this point, everybody has passed away. Logically, chances are my grandfather is, but my heart just wants to believe that he's still out there. It's possible he assumed a new identity. I don't know what the exact circumstances are from why he left Windsor, why he left my dad and my 2 aunts. I'm still trying to put some pieces together. But as of now, I've been to the historical library in Windsor. But there isn't really any information, even on Ancestry. Any Hanna relatives that I've reached out to on my great grandfather and great grandmother's side have no idea who my grandpa is. So it's a little disheartening. I've contacted OPP. For people that aren't from Ontario, that's Ontario Provincial Police. They did a Canada-wide search, and they could not find anything. There were no results, not even a driver's license. Now, I do know back in 1953, my grandfather was a cab driver. So at some point, he had to have had a license. So I'm thinking if he's still using his name, it's possible that for medical reasons due to the coma and the brain injury that he's not allowed to legally have a license. But OPP told me that they can't find anything, not even like a complaint, like a disagreement with a neighbor or anything. I did contact an investigator for the medical examiner's office in Wayne County in Detroit, and I found a John Doe that kind of matched his description, but the name did not match. The man did have identification on him and everything at the time that his body was discovered. But from my understanding, I don't know what my grandfather's eye color was, but my dad was told that he's very similar looking, like same height, same build, everything, as my grandfather. And my dad is about 5'7.5", 5'8". So I'm kind of looking for the like 5'7", 5'9" area. I'm just hoping that somebody out there can help me. I'm not just anybody, like anybody that's worked in a nursing home or just anything, that they recognize this face at least. I'm gonna do my best to update the channel weekly. The videos will probably be a little bit shorter. This is just an introductory video, so I apologize if I've rambled on. But, oh, here's another picture of my grandparents. Sorry about the quality. I'm just learning, so please bear with me. But if anybody can help, I've been keeping track of what I've been doing. I had my dad sign a request for a copy of a death certificate for Ontario, and he received a letter back about 3 weeks ago stating that they could not find anything. We're not exactly sure of his birthday. We do know it's February 1932. It is rumored that it is Valentine's Day. But there is very, very little information. The police station, the civil courthouse, there's nothing. There is a library in the civil courthouse that I have access to. I just, I don't really know. It is also, we were told, my dad had told me that back in early 1960s, my grandmother had my grandfather declared legally dead, so she could remarry. She remarried in February 1967. But I'm thinking that if he was really declared dead, that the registrar would have had a record of that. So it's gonna take a minute to find him. I am going to be looking into getting my private investigator's license, mainly for this reason. I've spent my whole life wondering. And I just hope, if he is still out there, that he knows that even though we never met, that I've missed him, and that I've always wondered about him. And I just want to know. I just want to know what happened to my grandpa. And it would be nice to be able to have answers. Ultimately, the best answer would be that he's just sitting in a nursing home right now, doing jigsaw puzzles or something, and completely oblivious that he has a granddaughter that's very determined and very stubborn, and that wants to know about him. I'm going to end this video because it's getting long, and anybody knows me knows that I will talk a lot. But thank you for watching. I also have a Facebook page called Searching for Raymond Charles Hanna. The link should be in my page. But I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. And with any luck, this video will reach the right person. It only takes one person, right? So thank you again, and I will update you soon.